Kia ora everybody, no mai hoki mai and welcome back to the kitchen. Today I was going to make a mushroom, onion and spinach pie. How good does that sound, right? So good. Mushrooms are cheap at the moment, so it's a perfect time to use those foods that are in season. I've got some spinach from my garden. How good does this look? Check that out. Beautiful, just absolutely beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful spinach. And dirt cheap to grow, okay? Cost me, I think it was about $1.70 for a punnet of 6, and that will last for ages because it's that perpetual spinach. I love that, one that lasts forever. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I've got some flaky pastry here, and I've taken out a couple of sheets and they're frozen, and I'm just going to leave those on the bench, and then I'm going to pop this back into the deep freeze because I don't need the rest of those. And I'm going to start frying it up, and I'll see you soon, eh? Right, I've got my butter in here that's melting beautifully, and I'm going to chuck in my mushrooms, and I'm also going to chuck in my onions. Now look, don't be too bothered that I've got 2 different colour onions. This was just in the fridge and needed to be used. So use what you've got. Use what you've got. Now I got these from my garden as well. Some fresh rosemary and some fresh thyme. If you can grow your own things, do it. Okay, find an old tyre, chuck a bit of dirt in it, and start growing your own. You'll save so much money, and the flavour is so much better than the stuff that you can get in the shops. Sorry about that, countdown. But and the things that you could be growing are like spinach, because it's so easy to grow, and lettuces. You could have 6 lettuces and just be picking a few lettuce leaves off it every day. Or every other day for a salad, and herbs because something as simple as this can make some like a meal taste incredible. Okay, so let me cook this off and start sweeting that down. Let me wash off my spinach and make sure that I've got no blooming snails in there, and we'll go from there, eh? See you soon. Right, at this stage I've added my herbs. Can you see that? My herbs, and I've added my garlic, and I'm just going to salt and pepper it. Okay, don't forget to salt and pepper your food. Nobody wants bland food. Okay, and then I'm just going to let it cook off a bit more. Probably in another couple of minutes I'm going to add my chopped up spinach, because that'll need to wilt down as well. Even though it looks like a lot of spinach and a lot of mushrooms, they have a lot of water content, and we need to sort of cook off that water so that it isn't so bulky. It'll like that much down to that much. Have a look at that. You see all that? Look at all that water in there. Okay, so we need to cook that off so that all that water's evaporated. Okay, because then the flavours become more intense. Okay, the more that we cook it off. That's what we want. Okay, good flavour. Water's nearly evaporated. I actually got a little bit lazy because I can't be bothered waiting, and I put it into here. There. Which I'm either going to drink or make into a sauce or a gravy or something like that for our pie. So I'm going to take this off the heat, and I'm going to let it cool down because we don't want it to go onto the pastry hot. It'll be gross. I've heated up my oven to 185 degrees fan bake. You knew that, didn't you? And we're going to get ready to cook it, so I'll see you in a moment. Okay, we're going to get a little bit fancy today, and we're going to plait our pie. Okay, so what I've done is I've put the 2 pieces of pastry together, joined them up over here, had to cut some off. I put it onto greaseproof paper because it's going to ooze all the juice and things like that from the food, and that's okay, but I want it to keep to not stick to the pan. So I've cut out what looks like the shape of a Christmas tree. Okay, here's the trunk. Here's the 2 triangles on the side, which I'm going to take off there. And then I've left a strip down the middle here. That's where I'm going to put the food. And then we're going to cut some pieces off over here. Like, see that? The strips down here and the strips down here. Look, see how big that one is? Never mind. It won't matter. You know, it might look like a mummy's bloomin' pie, but when it's cooked, it'll look flippin' amazing. So let me put the filling on, and we'll go from there. There as well. If you don't want to do this, don't do it. Just like put it in a pie, in a pie dish, and cover it with pastry, and it'll still taste the same. Right. Here's my mixture, which I'm going to put on top. Spread in the middle. Smells amazing. And I'm just going to top it with a bit of cheese. So we're just going to get it in the middle. And I'm going to chuck some cheese on top. Got some grated cheese from the kids doing dinner last night. About that much. Right, now the bottom, I'm going to start at the bottom, the trunk of that Christmas tree. Pop that up, and then we're just going to go from side to side. 1, 2, and I'm going to put this onto fast. In an ideal world, I would whitewash this with egg, but we've got no eggs because somebody ate them all this morning for breakfast. I know, right? But I have got a bit of cream. This should work. So I'm just going to put a little bit of cream over top and just brush it on top. You could use melted butter if you wanted to, but I've got this. This will do. You could use milk if you wanted to. And then I'm going to pop it in the oven and let it cook. Okay, so let me do that, and then I'll show you what it looks like when it is finished. It looks like, really does look like a wrapped up mummy. Now there's a few bits that I'm a little bit ashamed of, so I'm going to hide them with a few leaves that I've got left over. Sorted. Okay, so I'm going to chuck them in the oven, and we'll see what it looks like soon. Right. Bye. Came out of the oven, was cooking for about maybe 30 to 40 minutes. Check that out. Hey, woo! How good does that look? Hey, and you know, see that bit that I sort of ballsed up at the end? Doesn't matter, does it? Really doesn't. So it looks great, and you know what? It tastes flippin' amazing. So that's our kai from our kitchen to yours. Hope you guys are well. Take it easy and start growing some spinach, eh? It's easy as. See you guys later. Ka kite anō.